Hello everyone, and welcome to the Commander's Forge. My name is Andy Bentley. The Forge is an area for me to talk about magic, Commander, and anything else that I deem necessary to help me with my mental issues. Now, today we're going to be looking at secret lairs. Mostly because there is a new superdrop for October, but also I want to get into something else with secret lairs after the initial going through what's going to be available. So, jumping right into it, we're going to start with the Secret Lair Post Malone Backstage Pass, which are 4 cards that are then kind of themed around Post Malone. We have Post Son of Rich, which is a reskinned Crick Son of Yawgmoth. We have Post Citadel, which is Bolus's Citadel. We have Post Sigil, which is Leshrak's Sigil. And then we have a Jet Medallion, because they didn't have something else to name it for that. Now, it might be a little controversial, but I actually kind of like that Post Malone plays Magic. All he's doing is boosting the popularity of Magic. But moving into the next one, we have the Secret Lair Post Malone Foil Lands Edition, which are just lands, but they are all in an old border, but with like his doodles on them. I still do not like secret lairs that are just 5 lands, so I don't. Moving into the next one, we have our Secret Lair and Warhammer 40k Orcs Edition, which comes with an Orc Commando, which is a reskinned Merciless Executioner. Comes with an Aggravated Assault, Makari the Lucky Grot, which is a reskinned Krenko Tin Street Kingpin. And then we have Grazskull, Prophet of the Wog. I don't know, but he is a reskinned Zergo Helm Smasher. And then we have Devolcha, which is a reskinned Sky Sovereign console flagship. I like this one mostly for the fact that it has Aggravated Assault, and this is going to be a good way to get foil Aggravated Assaults. Next up, we have the Secret Lair Warhammer Age of Sigmar. That one comes with a Blind Obedience. We have a Neve Black Talon, which is a reskinned Danifa Capucin Paragon. We have Archeon the Everchosen, which is a reskinned Najeela the Blade Blossom. We have a Star Drake, which is a reskinned Scourge of the Throne. And we have Gul Maraz the Great Shatterer, which is a reskinned Loxodon Warhammer. Honestly, I kind of like that one too. I do still have Najeela mostly together. I've kind of stolen some lands out of her, though. Next up, we have the Secret Lair Blood Bowl Edition. First up there, we have Touchdown, which is Approach to the Second Sons reskinned. We have a Reroll, which is a reskinned Rewind. Then we have Both Down, which is a Bone Splinters variant. We have Throw Teammate, which is just a fling. And then we have Perfect Defense, which is the reskinned Defense of the Heart. Not terribly excited about that one, but interesting art by any stretch of the word. Next we have the If Looks Could Kill. This one comes with an Azami Lady of Scrolls, Liliana of the Dark Realms, Reflector Mage, and Adaptive Automaton. The shtick here is they all have special art. After that, we have special guest Junji Ito, which comes both in Japanese and English. That comes with a Thoughtseize, a Carrion Feeder, a Doomsday, and a Plague Crafter. After him, we have special guest Yogi Shinkawa, both again in Japanese and English. The first one being Phyrexian Metamorph, Tezzeret the Seeker, Skullclamp, and Solemn Simulacrum. Then we have the weirdest pets in the multiverse. So the stick here is, it's a creature, but it shows them with a pet. So we have Laboratory Maniac, we have Stitcher's Supplier, we have a Beast Whisperer, we have a Vizier of the Menagerie, and a Wood Elves, and they each have a crazy looking pet with them. Then there's the last two that I want to talk about are Totally Spaced Out and The Space Between the Stars. So The Space Between the Stars comes with an Imprisoned in the Moon, Prismatic Omen, Wheel of Sun and Moon, and Stasis. Am I happy that Stasis is getting a reprint? Not necessarily. But, and I will talk about this more in the second part of this, this is the first time Stasis is going to be in foil. But the last one, the Totally Spaced Out, comes with an Ash Barrens, a Command Beacon, a Fabled Passage, and a Strip Mine. And again, Strip Mine in foil. So that's everything that's in this drop. There are bundles and packages and all that jazz. But that said, I'm gonna take a quick break, and then I'll be right back with my other thoughts on the Secret Lairs. I just want to take a minute to tell you about my Patreon. I know times are hard for everybody, and I know it isn't easy to shuffle around bills and stuff. Believe me, I know that. But if you would like to help support the podcast, you can find the links to my Patreon in my link tree, which is always put into the description of either the video or the audio, wherever you're listening to it. It would really mean the world to me. Honestly, I'm just struggling to make ends meet most weeks. But that's it. That's all. If you want to help, the links will be where you can find them. Alright, and we're back. Now, continuing where we were with Secret Lairs, there's something. I've been selling off a large part of my collection because it was taking up a lot of room. I still have a bunch of my decks, and I do still have some cards, but like I went from well over 20,000 cards to maybe 2,000. And when I think about it, Secret Lairs just kind of make sense for things to get and sit on, along with other sealed products. And hear me out, because again, this is a foil strip mine and a foil stasis. Those alone are probably going to be worth the price of what you're paying for the rest of the cards in whatever set they come in. But more than that, just holding it sealed. Like, just looking at one of the ones that I did buy a couple of that I still have sealed, I bought, I believe, 3 of the Arcane Secret Lairs, foil edition, so they were like $50 a piece. But looking online on like eBay or Walmart, they average about $80 right now. And I see no reason to not assume that they're not going to go a little higher than that the further they get from when they were released. So I might just start buying, 5 of whatever set of Secret Lairs just to put in my closet and not look at for, 12 months. And I don't know, maybe that might be the new way to really collect with this game. I'll still, buy the singles I want, stuff like that, and I'll still play in like pre-releases and stuff. But I don't really find myself buying a ton of boxes anymore unless it's for something. Like if I'm doing like a Commander League where we're starting with like a set sealed and then going on from there, or if I'm picking up a box to draft. But we haven't done that in the last 4 years because, pandemic and people are just busy. So it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to buy massive amounts of cards. Like, sure, will I buy a pack every once in a while? Absolutely. But I think Secret Lairs are where I'm going to put most of my effort. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad getting 5, maybe even 10 of the Secret Lairs with Stasis and Strip Mine. And yeah, I know my views on Secret Lairs have shifted. Mostly because I realize they're just not going anywhere. Why would they? They constantly make a killing. And honestly, I could see them, especially with what they're doing now with the $1,000 proxies. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw reserve list cards make it into Secret Lairs because they could get around some kind of loophole about it not being a whatever reprint. So I don't know. It's just kind of what I'm thinking about Secret Lairs at the moment. Do I absolutely know that's what I'm going to do? No. Never know. I have 22 days to figure it out from the recording of this. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just one of those. I think that's going to be the best investment, is to look for the Secret Lairs that have the super rare cards that are finally being printed in foil, and just buying as many as you can, sitting on them, and then, selling them off as they hit astronomical prices. Yeah. I think that's going to be it for today or this week, whatever. Because I have a wedding to get ready for, I guess. That being said, I hope you all have a good time, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for listening. All of my links can be found in my link tree in the description below. I would like to thank Ian Foss and Cody Mulpey of the band The Crypt for allowing me to use music for my opening and ending, along with Nate and Erica Jacobs for making my original logo. And I would also like to thank Christina McNichol for creating my new logo. And I'll see you next time.